I guess they just didn't like it. That's super to get that kind of a reaction, isn't it?
I love it. Thank you very much. Particularly, now I'm going to tell you the no-no.
Oh, did you blow a lyric or something?
I've got laryngitis.
Are you serious, too?
Yes, I'm very serious.
You sound a little husky now, but I'd never know it when you sing.
Well, I made up my mind that I just wasn't going to think about it. And,
is that what they call singing above it?
It's called singing above it, around it, under it.
Through it, anything.
You can possibly do.
All right, I'll let you relax a second. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back and talk,
Thank
okay?
you.
And now here is a message from Zoe. Please line. Boy, that's a good number. Oh.
I think he really knows what he's doing.
Yes, well, he certainly should to dress like that. You've got to know. You got to have some kind of career going to dress like that, you know. Did I make a boo-boo? Did I say that you are going to open September the 9th at the Fairmont Hotel in Dallas?
No, you're absolutely right. Now that I think, this traveling thing is confusing.
You said you just closed there.
I just closed the Fairmont in San Francisco. Forgive me. You're absolutely right. I am going to open
Fairmont Hotel in Dallas.
In Dallas. There's another one.
Because otherwise you'd have to go back and. I can't take back an introduction once I make it.
You were right. I was wrong.
To Fairmont Hotel.
I will go to Dallas, Texas, as Johnny. Yes,
yeah.
I will do that. How are you?
Now, you're going to go on a tour. What do you do for this as a singer? I mean, that's an occupational hazard, of course, but...
here, and you go home.
Take some medication, get some rest.
And you put a piece of adhesive tape over your mouth and try to spend... I have to have a piece of adhesive tape because it's impossible if you
do
be
not
quiet.
talk.
That's right. And I get a pad and a pencil, and I write everything down, and you look very stupid, but in about 24 hours, you got your throat back.
Well, just kind of talk very nicely, easy tonight.
I'll try. I'm a very kind of,
Yeah. Well, we could write, but the audience at home would go crazy. I could write out the questions, and you could write me an answer and do a hell of an interview.
They wouldn't forget.
But they wouldn't know anything was going on. You haven't played nightclubs in a long while. You did your series, then you did the movie Claudine, which we're going to show a little clip of in just a moment. But why back on the nightclub tour? I'm glad you are. Because...
Well, I'll tell you, Johnny, my daughter became a teenager.
You're kidding.
Yes, my daughter's 13. And, everyone realizes, of course, that I'm not old enough to have a daughter who's 13.
They always, yes.
So you know that.
And you don't look old enough to have a 13-year-old daughter.
Oh, flattery. Say it once more, would you?
Well, I've got a 23-year-old boy.
You're kidding.
Watch this one.
Do you really have a 23-year-old boy?
Yes.
I didn't know you had a son 23.
I know, it's almost impossible.
Yes, it is.
Imagine.
You look just about 23 years... Is that the line I'm supposed
to
No. You look just about 23
No, you see, I'll take compliment, but an outright lie, I will not take it. That's different. So now that she's, grown up a little bit.
She's grown up a little bit. She left the other day for Switzerland. She's off to school. I think it's going to be a marvelous experience for her. Americans don't do that as often.
She doesn't commute every day. I mean,
on that plane...
How would you like to take that school bus?
No. We have a pact, and that is that she has gone to Switzerland to school for 1 year. She will come home at Christmas, of course.
That's good for a young lady.
I think it's fabulous.
Certain stage of their life, I think, to get away from your parents and...
And learn to find out exactly who you are, what you are. I think also when you are... the product of two people in show business, that it's very important for you to get out and find out
get a little
something about
your
yourself.
Own. Right.
And I'm very glad about that.
Your picture, we've showed a clip before. This was James Earl Jones, right?
Yes.
And the premise of it is the gentleman, you are a divorcee with how many children?
Six
children.
That's right.
And I remember the film clip we showed before that you'd met James Earl Jones, and he did not know.
He didn't know. He asked me to go out on a date.
He asked to go out on a date, and then he took you home.
Right.
And thereupon faced you with the 6 children. And
That's
it was a
right.
wonderful scene, because that's going to be a real shock for somebody who falls for somebody and finds out they have 6 kids.
Remember how great his face was as he realized that all those children running around in that apartment were mine?
Yes.
Now, this is a scene, the part that I play in the film, Claudine.
Right.
I live on welfare.
Right.
And because the welfare workers, they don't visit the homes as much as they used to, but they still visit the home.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not allowed to have anything new unless it has been reported or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of making it a maudlin situation, we turned it into comedy. Every time the welfare lady comes, the children come in and they tell me we have a procedure that we hide everything
purchases.
before anything that's new, before she hits that door, it has to be hidden. And that's the little scene that you're going to see.
Okay, you'll have to watch the monitors here in the studio. And, Bob, you want to run the film? And here it is from Claudine.
To about $2.15, Miss K-Bag. That's plus tax.
You mean to tell me that only gives you $2.15?
How much do you get?
Good dialogue. Good dialogue. Good dialogue in that film.
I feel that so many people are not aware of the fact that
Right.
really does happen. It's a terrible...
Obviously, of course it is.
It's a very embarrassing situation.
It must be rather demeaning also.
Horrible. I mean, I tried to imagine the apartment where we shot the movie. The young lady that lives there lives through this on a daily basis. She is on welfare, and she lives with it. And I asked her to explain. She said she's filled with anger. She's
Right.
filled with hostility. She tries to be polite, but usually each visit
It's a little
ends
tougher.
yes.
Yeah, you handled it. You made your point, but you handled it very well, and you can do it with humor
Yes.
and make the point.
Yes.
Look, I know you were just going to come tonight, and you've got laryngitis. I'm going to let you run home, and because you open the 9th
Yes.
at the Fairmont Hotel in Dallas. So go put the tape on your mouth.
You're a nice
take care of the
man.
boys.
And you know what?
Thanks
You
for
looked
coming by.
right in my eyes and saw that I was dying, and you let me off easy. I
What
love
do you mean?
for
You're
that.
not dying at
He's a
all.
sweetheart.
I know.
Thank you.
I know your voice is dying. You know, it's easier. She said, we were talking before the break, it's easier to sing when you have a band behind you when you've got laryngitis than it is to sit and talk. You're not aware of the voice because you can sing above it. But she's really struggling with that. We will take a short pause here, and then Phyllis Newman will join us. We have Jack Albertson and Charles Nelson and
Riley.
I'm going to skip